tell you the story of your own soul. Long, long ago and far, far away, somewhere in the center of the universe, billions of years ago, a little soul was born out of the Absolute. And it was born in the 7th dimension. There are altogether 12. It was born in the 7th dimension, as all souls are born. And in that place, all the souls are like little sparks of light. They don't have a body yet, but they're just light and love and over-bubbling joy. They're very pure and they're like angels or like children. They feel one with each other completely. There's complete oneness, love, joy, bliss. That's all there is, and light. So you lived in that light for some time and enjoyed with all the other souls which were there. And then you heard the voice of God saying, "Go out, my children, and experience the world." And so you went out and first experienced the 7th dimension on which you were born. And this lasted millennia, thousands and millions of years. Very, very long time. And then you went down full of curiosity to the 6th dimension. Also in the 6th dimension, you only have you're only light, you have a body of light. And there's still this feeling of oneness with everyone and of joy and bliss, and all your desires are immediately fulfilled. So that is the state which we call paradise. So you came out from paradise. And then after long, long, long time in this paradisical state, you felt, oh, let me see how the 5th dimension is. And you went down into the 5th dimension, to some 5th dimensional planet, and had a 5th dimensional body, which is also much more light than our physical human body. But it is already more dense. And it's a silicon-based body, and in that body you can still fly. When you fly in your dreams, you are in that level. So you can still fly and you still feel this joy and happiness, and all your wishes get fulfilled, and you have abundance and no physical problems. You are eternally young. There is no illness or death or misery or suffering. So you enjoyed for a long time on the 5th dimension and still felt this oneness with all the others. And then after some time you thought, oh, let me experience something new, because you got this order to experience the world. And then you saw outside in the corners of the universe, on the most dense places of the galaxies, you saw some dark planets. These are 3-dimensional planets like Earth, 3 and 4th dimensional planets. And you said, oh, there are also some beings who are living there. How is it to be on such a planet? How is that feeling? How does it feel? You got curious like a monkey. And other greater angels who know more about creation, who have been around longer time, who are like educators to the young souls, they said, no, better not to go there, it's not a nice place. You will not love to be there, you will not enjoy it so much. And there's a very big danger that you get stuck on that level and that you can't come out anymore. So better don't go there. but there's curiosity. How is life on a 3D or 4D planet? So that didn't let you sleep. And then he said, no, but I will not get stuck, I will always remember who I am, but let me see. You know? And then finally they said, okay, if you want, you can have a birth on Earth and then see how it feels. You have been warned, all of you. So you have decided to experience the birth in a physical body, and you prepared that life. You got some instructions. You got prepared, and they told you will forget who you are. No, but I want to see. I won't forget. I know who I am. Don't worry. You know? The self-confidence of a child, which doesn't know anything. And then you were born into a physical body for the first time. This may have been on Earth or on some other 3 or 4 dimensional material planet. There are many of them. So for the first time you came into a human body, and in the womb of the mother one still remembers everything. One knows, you know who you are, you know what you came to do there, what you want to do, all this. But then the moment of birth comes, and the birth is such a shock, it is so traumatic, that the very moment when you get born, you forget everything else. You don't know anymore who you are and where you came from and why you came and what's the matter. You are completely, it creates a big headache to get through the birth channel, you know. I remember that. This moment after the birth, one has head gets pressed together, one has a terrible headache. That's why most of the little babies scream when they get born, right? It's very unpleasant. So that is a pretty shocking experience, and from that shock you forget everything. And then you find yourself in a little human material body, and suddenly you are cut off from this feeling of unity, and you feel abandoned, you feel left alone, you feel that, oh, where's the divine? Before that you were connected with God all the time. Suddenly that connection to God is cut in your feeling, not in reality, but you don't feel it anymore. So that oneness is lost. And that feeling of love and being loved unconditionally and security and being one with the divine, all this is suddenly cut. And that's very dramatic. And then you thought, oh, suddenly I've lost this oneness and this bliss, and I feel cut off from the divine. I must be punished for something. I must have done something terribly bad that I'm punished like that. Then what comes up is the feeling of guilt. That feeling, oh, I must have done something bad. Suddenly you feel like a sinner, somebody who must have done something really bad. So you feel like you are a sinner, you are guilty, you are not worth. That feeling comes up for the first time. And this leads to many, many, many lifetimes of suffering. Because once you have that sense of guilt in you, you will create situations in your life unconsciously where you are being punished, or where you feel that you are being punished. Because you feel you are a sinner. That is the worst thing you can feel. That you are guilty, or that you have some shame, or that you are not divine, or that you are a sinner. It's the worst thing. And unfortunately the church has also preached that to people, right? Has reinforced that belief. And they called it original sin. It was nothing else You have not done anything wrong. It was nothing else than the fall into matter. That's all. And there are many people, actually most of the people on earth, have deep down in their unconsciousness, in their subconsciousness, that feeling, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve to be happy, I must have done something wrong. You know, this kind of feeling of being inadequate, or guilt, I'm guilty of something. You may not be aware of it, but many people have that. And then what do? They create situations in their life where they are being punished with pain, with illness, with a partner who doesn't respect them. And this is why many people get into abusive relationships. You know, unconsciously they search for a partner who doesn't respect them and love them properly, and who abuses them, because they feel, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve to be happy. Yeah. So many people have this unconscious sense of guilt inside, and this needs to be healed. You have never done anything wrong. Your soul is eternally pure and divine. So you deserve to be happy, and you deserve to be treated with respect, and you should also treat everybody else with respect. So that is very important. If one does not heal this past trauma, then there can be a pattern which repeats life after life after life after life, where you unconsciously punish yourself. Or you have such a low self-confidence. It's also possible. You could have such a low self-confidence that anybody says something, it doesn't really mean to hurt you, but you feel hurt. You know, somebody doesn't want to criticize you, or doesn't really mean to reject you, but you feel hurt and you feel rejected. This oversensitivity, right? That could also result from that. So what we need to do, if we seriously work on ourselves, is to heal that birth trauma from the first birth as a human being. And this we will do now.